How can I know what's going on inside your mind? How do I even know that you actually exist at all? It is possible that you are nothing more than the product of my imagination. In fact, you and I could both be imagining everything we see around us. Could we each be dreaming our own private universe? Dr. Robert Lanza has always been on the controversial side of science. He was the first stem cell researcher to actually clone an early-stage human embryo. Described by his peers and the press as a renegade thinker, Robert is now pushing on a new frontier. He says the universe is unquestionably a living thing, but with a shocking twist.
Yes, the universe is definitely alive. It's not an object, it's an active process that actually involves our consciousness. So if you look at the trees or the sky, the truth is everything you see and experience is a whirl of information occurring in your mind.
Robert firmly believes that the universe begins and ends in the mind of the observer, that the universe is nothing more than the vivid imagination of our brains. He calls his theory biocentrism.
In the external world, there's a range of electromagnetic radiation. At one specific point, we'll see red, or to a certain bird, it may fluoresce orange, or to some animals, they can actually see radar or ultraviolet. So all of these things are not determined by the external world, they're determined by us. So it's our mind that actually makes that subjective experience. So biocentrism is the only rational way to explain the structure of the universe.
Robert's radical theory stems from pondering another strange theory that is widely accepted: quantum mechanics. In quantum theory, particles can be in multiple places at once, until the moment you make a measurement, when the particle must end up in only one of those locations, which means nothing is certain until an observer makes a measurement. Robert thinks we must apply the rules of the microscopic world to our everyday experiences, since everything we see, hear, and touch is made up of microscopic particles, which led him to wonder what really happens when a tree falls in the woods.
So when a tree falls in the forest, it creates an air pressure disturbance. According to simple science, that occurs whether or not anyone is there to observe it. But we know for a fact that without the observer, that not a single particle in the tree or the air itself exists with definite properties. So unless someone is actually observing the tree falling, there are no particles there to make the noise. So without your consciousness, there's no sound. Indeed, there's no tree.
The physical world around us is all an illusion, created by our minds. And when we close our eyes, space and time simply dissolve away.
Well, it's actually us, the observer, who creates space and time, and that's why you're here now. Reality begins and ends with the observer.
Robert Lanza's biocentrism is a radical spin on the undeniable strangeness of quantum mechanics. Quantum computation experts